All right, welcome everyone for joining our bootcamp workshop week 2. And for those of you who are, this is the first time joining this bootcamp, please do introduce yourself with other team members and other partners. The whole vision of this platform is to help each other. So anyone who wants to volunteer?
Me, Matt Cesar Espinosa. Thank you, Matt, for this opportunity. Thank you to Ingrid, and definitely we are really. Oh.
Yes, my name is Nichelle Farrell. I am into entertainment and education. I'm a self-published author of 200 books. I love advertising for other people, so I create videos. I use Final Cut Pro X. I'm learning how to create audio as well with the Pro Tools. So I'll be a one-stop shop, but definitely need some collaborators and looking forward to learning more about eZ-Xpo and how to share and shall I say, promote other people and make money at the same time worldwide.
Thanks for joining us, Michelle. We have a lot of things happening in Southern Cal. We'll definitely need to catch up with you after this boot camp.
Okay.
Hello, sorry. I'm Lupita. I'm from Guadalajara, Mexico, and we are a meeting planner. We organize several events, and now with the eZ-Xpo platform, we have been working since August with them with a great success. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks. Pleasure.
All right. So any others before we get started? How about Gregory Richardson in San Francisco?
Yeah, good morning, Greg Richardson, San Francisco. Pleased to meet you. We're working in television broadcast as well as video production, community organizing, and faith-based. So it's good to see everybody. And the boot camp is basically a new life, and look forward to learning more.
Well, thanks for joining us, Gregory. Definitely there's a lot we can help every community there. Okay. All right. So there's still people. All right, we're gonna get started in a few minutes. All right. So we're gonna get started here. This bootcamp workshop is being recorded from Zoom as well as YouTube channel. This is the first time we actually record being multi-streaming live from YouTube through the auditorium, and also the live streaming exclusively through the platform. So this is the first time I'm actually doing it. So I just want to share with you some of the core features and components. This is the agenda for today, and want to just highlight some of the key components of the platform. And obviously, we can talk all day long about so many things, but so I just want to focus on the most key components that you can actually take away with after this bootcamp workshop. So first thing first, I will recap this last week's bootcamp and also and then jump into the live streaming and other key components. And by the end of this session, we will have a somewhat a walkthrough on the 4.0 that everyone has been waiting for. It's coming along. We are finishing up the final touch. It's always the last 10% takes most of the time, you know. But anyway, I got Cesar coming in. You want to introduce yourself with other team members here?
Yes, perfect. Sorry, Matt. There are some technical issues, but here I am. Thank you. Well, I'm the VP of Sustainability for the Organization of Women in International Trade, our chapter in Mexico, which Ingrid is our president here. So, as part of the board, we have been working within different organizations, especially
Uh-huh.
AWE, which is the Academy for Women Entrepreneurship, and many other programs for supporting here in Mexico women that are looking to be exporting or even developing their digital startups. So, well, we're really glad to be here because definitely this is the way of having a gateway for them to
Right.
boost their strategy. So, thank you, Matt.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. I did a presentation to Invention Center that's sponsored by the government HUD, Housing Urban Developments, and to share with them about the opportunities that at stake. We're not talking about just 1 trillion. We talk about $3 trillion market space opportunities. So anyway, that is we can actually empower many women entrepreneurs around the world to get a small piece of that pie, right? That's the whole idea about behind the platform. All right, so without further ado, let me just jump in uh, with this session here. So what we're going to do is to walk. All right. So the latecomer will have to present their expo during the break. All right. Hi, Linda. All right, we can do that during the break. So what I'm going to do is we have a lot to cover. So let me just start with the sessions. Right now, it's being recorded through Zoom. Also, it's being live streamed through the YouTube channel, as well as through the Zoom. Through the Expo platform. So I'm going to walk you through all the pieces. Let me just start off with this picture here. The theme of this year is more than just having a virtual events or having a virtual expo for one-off, but we really want to empower every organizations to dominate your niche. Now, that sounds kind of very bold and aggressive. But by the end of this workshop, I think you will see it is doable if you kind of follow through and do the right things every day. It's just like the SEO. We are at the #1 Google search, right? Not overnight, obviously. We've been doing it for multiple years. And we don't pay a dime to Google ads. So it does work. If you just do it every day, consistently, and that will basically rank your SEO higher. All right, so I'm going to go through this pretty quickly. On the just a recap, we do have quite a few new folks coming in. How to get started as an organizer. The formats of the, it depends on what you try to do. In most cases, that you can start off with just the expo itself. Really simple, no lobby session tracks, just an exhibition with multiple exhibitors. That should do it. Now, that can take 1 week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks. But I think the key is to get something simple to get off the ground. I've been working with many organizers. I think some are more tech savvy, some are in between, some are less tech savvy. And I would always say, you got to start something small and start something now. Not worrying about, oh, would I miss this? Just like writing a ebook or something like that. So starting something small, it's really the key. All right. And the good thing about our platform is not like, very expensive, like those guys charging you 15,000 per event. But this is the key to success. I'm gonna leave off the pricing stuff. Those are sort of things that you can don't have to worry about for now. The other key component is having an event organizer is really critical. Or it's be able to coordinate all the little detail informations, right? All right, so on the exhibitor side, now overall, we do have a very simple exhibitor onboarding. We do have a quick start guide. We do have videos, but these are some of the key components: logo, video, PDF, website. And you should be able to get it started in no more than 15 minutes. No, I mean, I'm sorry, no more than 30 minutes. 15 minutes in some cases. I mean, if you have all the information, you just plug and play, and that should do it. All right. Now, I want to take right now, I want to do the live streaming piece. The lobby session tracks, let me start off with this. Here's the events and sessions. Now, you can set up the sessions in start with a date, and then inside each date, you can have multiple session tracks. Now, it can get confusing if you have too many things going on. So what I have here, you can see the time, and I'm going to drill down on the date, right? So you can see that I actually put in the Zoom Live there. But right there is the live streaming. I'm going to show that to you in a minute. So it has multiple functions. One, that you can actually have a pre-recording videos in the auditorium, which is have no live streaming, just pre-recorded videos you can actually upload in the auditorium. The second piece is the live setup, which is what I did right now. So if I can go to the auditorium, this is being recorded right now. All right, so you can see that this is the actual live stream going on right now as I actually going through the session. So it does work. Now the key is setting up the YouTube channel. It's another, I wouldn't say a challenge, but it's sort of thing that you want to make sure there's multiple components that you need to set up. We do have a tutorial on that. All right, so the other components is that, okay, let me just go to auditorium setup. The Google Hangout conference is where you want to set up the live streaming.
So Matt, you
Right
just
now,
put,
here we got the week 2. And this is the link from the live stream from the YouTube. Now, a couple of things that you need to make sure that your YouTube channel is already approved for live streaming. It takes about 24 hours to do that. The other second component is when you do the live stream, make sure it's not private, either public or unlisted, and make sure that you have an embedded version. Otherwise, it will not work because it just YouTube policy would not let you to live stream in other websites. So those are a little technical. I wouldn't say even technical. It's just a matter of configuration that you need to set it up. All right, those are a couple of things that you need to watch out for. Other than that, it's fairly straightforward. What we do is we just live feed whatever videos from the source. It can be from YouTube, right there. You can see it right there. From any other Vimeo or any other video source that can be done with an iframe embedded code. So let me stop here for a second. If you have any questions, let me know. Zoom live setup. The Zoom live setup is a little bit more technical. Okay. This is a API that eZ-Xpo did directly with the Zoom API. So this is not everybody. Not everybody can just jump in and put it in there. We have gone through the approval. So there are multiple things that you need to do. We actually did a demo for that. First, you need to go to Zoom Marketplace. If you really want to pursue that, you will have to set up a JBT. This is the one that you need to set up. It's not technical. You just need to set up the API key, and that's about it. Once you do that, then you will need to go to the setting, go to the web services, and you would have to input the API key and secret code. Once that is done, then you go to the Zoom Live here and just input the meeting ID and passcode. All right. Well, I did that just before the meeting. So this is the one that I just did. So if I click on this, that will open up a Zoom live streaming. But anyway, that's the idea. Okay. So just put in the key and that will open up the Zoom meeting. All right. Let me stop here for a second. There's a lot that I actually just gone over. It took a little bit while because there's a waiting room there. Now, the other thing that you can do is that you can put this link into your lobby session track. Now, for the first time starting your expo, I would not recommend you to do that. I think it's better for you to just go through the live stream. I mean, go through the Zoom meeting link. Now, let me just go and show you. You see right there? So this would be your webinar link. So you can actually paste it there. It doesn't have to be webinar link. It could be any webinar link. It could be from GoToMeeting or WebEx, Microsoft Team or Skype, anything. And that's the beauty of this lobby session track, is to accommodate any webinars so that you can have that working. All right. No question.
Yes, I have a question, Matt, Lupita. The other day we make two sessions. Lupita is calling.
Oh, I'm sorry. I turn off my phone. Lupita?
Yes,
Hello?
that's me.
Sorry.
Okay, I have a question. The other day we have two sessions, one with the integrated Zoom and the other one with another extra link also with Zoom. But the problem when we have the extra link at the lobby, the session asks for the code, but we disabled the code. So we don't know why the people when put into the lobby to that session, they ask for a code and we don't have it.
Yeah, that is something when you set up the Zoom meeting, make sure you deactivate the passcode. Otherwise, it will ask you for the code. So those are sort of set up when you set up the Zoom meeting.
Okay.
We have to, it's that is something you have to check on that. Make sure whether you have a passcode or make sure you don't have the passcode set up in when you set up the Zoom meeting. Okay.
Well, I check it and it wasn't set up, so that was my issue. I don't know why.
Okay. We'll have to, we'll have to check on that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Matt, I have a question.
Hi, Linda.
Yes, I have a question. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now, so when you said when the people set up the Zoom meeting, make sure to deactivate the passcode so it doesn't have a passcode. Is that correct?
Well, we talk about different things here. We talk about when we talk about the live Zoom live setup, right? That's
Okay.
that is a little bit more complicated because you are dealing with Zoom security and our apps, okay? But if you just like what you did just this morning, coming to the Zoom meeting, you know, there's no passcode. You didn't have to enter any passcode. So
No.
that is the setup that you need to do in
No passcode.
and when you set up the Zoom meeting, make sure that when people just click on the link, they can be able to get into a Zoom meeting. So this is something that you don't have to test it out with our platform. You can just test it out with the Zoom meeting.
I have another question.
Yeah.
In Zoom, you can have either a Zoom meeting or a Zoom webinar. What if someone accidentally makes a Zoom webinar instead of a Zoom meeting? What's going to happen?
It doesn't matter. We don't care whether it's webinar. Just a link to the Zoom meet, the webinar.
Okay.
We don't care. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. That's the idea about the simple configuration. You just put a link there and you just launch it. So it could be from Microsoft Team. It could be, I mean, there are thousands of, I wouldn't say thousands, probably hundreds of different webinar tools out there. Yeah, I would just say, recommend everyone to just kind of test it out, right? You know, this just sort of thing that you can test out first with the Zoom meeting, right? There's no passcode or anything like that. Once you do that, then you just go to the event sessions, right? And just add the link, external link to it. All right, so that should be pretty straightforward. So let's say you have multiple sessions, right? So that will be quite challenging if you have to manage all the different session links. So our strategy is to just copy their whatever webinar link and copy and paste it to there. All right, any other questions? Well, we can perhaps finish it earlier. All right, so the next item that we want to go over is the private expo network, which is something that a lot of you are using right now. Now, let me just go over the key benefits of using it. One is that when you have just one showcase, and when people just go there, then it's only one channel, right? But if you have other showcase or network, and it's complementary to what you're doing, I think there's a great value for people to come back over and over again. That's really what we are trying to do. Now, obviously, one of the big challenges of any events, whether it's in person or virtual, is be able to bring people back over and over again, so that there's a you got to show some value of either is valuable content or some sort of a prize you want to give away. So those are things that you need to put together. The other big piece is to add your external partners. Now, this is really the key of the whole platform. Let me just share with you this guy right here. Now, this is the framework. Let's say you got this 3 networks going, right? Let's say you have been doing that for some time, and now this is internal, right? Let's call it internal. And the big questions is, how are you going to drive traffic every day, not just once in the blue moon, which is a lot of events are doing in one-off events, right? Our strategy, like we mentioned last week, is help everyone to drive organic traffic every day. The only way to do that is that you got to bring other partners to join forces with you. And that's why we have this a powerful, we call the private expo network exchange. With this, let's say an ABC company over here want to complement your want to be a complementary value to your network. They they can join forces with you. So when they actually launch your expo, they can drive traffic to your network as well. And that's the idea. Okay. And then you got 2 or 3. And this is how you can dominate your niche, by bringing in to all the external partners. And one of the big concept is at least from the business value chain perspective. Now, for some of you, that I teach MBA. I also teach digital marketing and management. One thing about the whole business value chain is be able to build out your network ecosystem. This could be one right here, what we're talking right here, but maybe other partners. I'll give you an example. Let's say you are launching a urban farming. Well, let's use the EV. Maybe everybody. Yes, electrical vehicle expo. Let's say this is the electrical vehicle expo. You can start up with one, but we all know electrical vehicle has many different components. You got the batteries, you got the grid, everything. So this could be the battery by itself. This could be an electric grid by itself and many others. Now that you have a powerful ecosystem, all connecting all the dots, it should be over here actually, right here, because these are external. So this is a really powerful concept, and more than concept, we have a platform to make it happen. Right? This is not like a blue sky concept without technology to back it up. Let me stop here for a second because this is a really important concept that everybody needs to understand. Any other questions? Yeah. All right, Terry, you have a questions regarding training sessions. We are planning to have a training set. Well, I wouldn't call it training sessions, but actually more like an update. It does have training components to it on a monthly basis. So what we've been doing it starting last July, that we have a boot camp webinar every month to update new features, new whatever updates. It could be industry updates, it could be products or customers. Yeah. But we do have we're building out a library of videos, tutorials. We'd love to have you involved and everyone else so we can just share the concept on multiple perspectives, so I think that's the key. So anyone, I'm actually going to be writing an ebook on this as well. So if you have, we planning to publish it in Amazon.com, hopefully in the next few months, to really educate everyone about this concept. We've been getting a lot of hot leads from association now for RFP. So people are really getting a lot of attentions about the thing that we do. Any other questions before I jump in to other areas?
Hey, Matt, one point of follow-up. Thank you for responding to that question. Maybe asking all of our peers in this endeavor to put together a best practice or two so we can have just like a cheat sheet of best practices, tips and tricks to really optimize your success. That would be helpful.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, so if you, and like I mentioned on the WhatsApp, please join our WhatsApp as well. So I have two channels right now, Slack channel and WhatsApp. And a lot of time it just make it easier. Instead of just email you, it does take a lot of time and stuff. I just post update and stuff like that.
I'm just worried about a tsunami of texts coming in from all the peers on the site.
I try not to. I mean, only information is I think valuable to everybody. But your point is well taken. I think we should definitely encourage everyone to do a case study. I mean, I think Lupita did a great job on that. We need to do more. Just share your insights or whatever that you've been doing. Okay.
May I ask one more question, please?
Yes, please.
Okay, it's involving Google Analytics because obviously seeing how different initiatives that we use to attract folks to our particular site as we start to build it, it'd be helpful to see what's working, what's not working, and obviously seeing how many unique visitors we have at our baseline, how many repeat visitors we have as we go on would be really helpful for us. Who tracks all of the analytics for?
Okay. So that's a very good question. And I can go over that. It's all building into the platform right here. So there is a summary reports. Okay. We do track that. So these are analytics that we track for every organizer. Now, the other piece is the booth detail reports. This is by exhibitor booth. So that also we track everything as well. So we do have analytics so that it actually tells you who actually come to the booth, how long they stay, what content people read, and stuff like that. All right. Okay.
Can you
Yes.
can you go over the email and promote?
Okay. Yeah. So this is the area that you can add user. Now, this is part of the organizer onboarding process that you want to add user, onboard user by just add user. And the thing that you need to be aware of is that you add the exhibitor, that exhibitor booth, the system automatically send out email with their login and password, but you still need to go in there and actually add the booth. The booth itself does not automatically create it. There's another way to do that, which is you have to register from the landing page. For the sponsor, it will be at the bottom section of the display in the exhibit hall. Okay. All right. So, and then you can actually import user lists as well. There's two ways to do it.
Can you email people through the system?
Not yet.
Darn.
To be released.
That'd definitely be a great feature.
Matt.
Yeah, I think over time, I think we'll be integrating with all the email. I mean, some of the top email marketing campaigns like MailChimp, HubSpot, and all those sort of things.
Matt, quick question.
Yeah.
When you import the list, is there a certain format or certain information?
Yeah.
A certain type of file it should be in?
Yeah. There is a specific template. Yeah, I can.
CVS?
It's a CSV file.
Okay. CSV. Okay.
Yeah, CSV. Yeah.
And you should have the name and email address?
Yeah, there's a template of questions and name and then email. I can send it to you.
Okay.
Matt, could you share that with the group? I really like Gary's question.
All right, so the import. This is there are two ways of importing. This is from the Eventbrite. You can see that right there. That's one way. The other way is from the you have import CSV file. You can actually just pull up the file and then basically the system will automatically register them and then automatically email all these users with the login and password. Okay, Caesar. Yeah. So the setting, you go to the setting right there, upper right corner, and the web services is right there. So this is where so we currently have some of these integration like Salesforce, Zoom, Eventbrite. We'll be adding more. Okay, so let me just move on to the next item. Very good question. It's like one of those things. You got to remember the Google search algorithm. It's all about fresh content, engagement, and social media. And the only way you do that is that's why the Expo is so critical. You bring other partners that have valuable content that we can push it out to the Google search. So the more you do that on a regular basis, then Google will rank you higher. The other big piece is that you should use the YouTube for live streaming. Obviously, you would have to provide the contents to YouTube channel because, any videos that actually, they seem to rank higher because the YouTube is part of Google. That is those things that you need to do on a regular basis.
So does your back office, eZ-Xpo back office, push out the content from
We will facilitate, enable that to push out the content to the Google search, but then you still have to create the content.
Right.
The key is to create the content and events on a regular basis. So that has been the challenge for everyone. And this is why the Expo concept was perfect. So instead of one single company doing all the heavy lifting, now you have 20 exhibitors or 20 speakers or 30, 50 doing all the hard work for you. See, this is the secret weapons that people don't realize. You look at the traditional model, one off, done. What happens to all the content? All gone. Isn't that a waste?
Does your internal AI chat box grab keywords? How does that work? Does it grab keywords?
No. It just push out content. Don't think about too much. Don't make it simple. You have to have content. You gotta have the content, fresh content every day, every week that we can push out to the Google search.
Fresh content. So how do you link up that fresh content to push it out to Google search?
I already said it. Look at this. This is the fresh content right there. All these can be fresh content. This is from YouTube.
So your back office grabs that and pushes it out to Google.
Well, this is already in Google, but this is in YouTube. We will basically, when you feed those videos, our back office creates all the backlinks. Backlinks, all right, fresh content, those are key things. Now, we cannot create fresh content for you. That's why you need to do a Expo on a regular basis. That is only way, because here's the thing. A lot of companies wasting thousands of millions of dollars just for online ads. They could be using our platform and generate sustainable repeatable, higher SEO ranking. Just do the virtual events on a regular basis. And by bringing other stakeholders, exhibitors, or sponsors, that we can push out the content by every exhibitor. So I mean, so that's it. Don't worry about the back end overhead stuff. I think that's not a concern. I think the concern has been getting the content imported, populated. That has been not just, this has been a number one challenge for everyone, not just you and me. All right.
Yeah, so I want to ask the question is, and this is a live situation, is I have a client that is looking at specifically higher ranking SEO. And I want to pitch that client and how I
Okay.
achieve that
Yeah.
higher ranking SEO for their company.
Right. So the
So
way, yeah, good
yeah, in a
question.
quick paragraph, I want to explain it to them. That's all.
Yeah, it's one of those things is uh I mean, I can send you the information. We have multiple videos on that. In fact, I do have a videos even at in this expo right here. We have an expo talk about the this video right here. I can just put in the Slack chat right there. You can check it out. It does talk about the SEO. I just posted in the chat.
Okay.
So the other thing is every expo is connected with the keywords, SEO keywords. That's how we do it. The SEO keywords and also the virtual booth also all linked to SEO keywords. Okay, why don't we take a 5 minutes break?
Permit or allow. Once that is done, you can go ahead and sign in. You should have received by now your email, your user and password. I'm going to go ahead and jot mine here.
Mm.
And then you click on log. You will be sent to this lobby area, which shows us the agenda of the day. For say November 30th from 10 to 11, we have the opening ceremony and who the speakers are. And then we also have the trade show. In this area, you may choose what you need to, or what you would prefer to go to. By clicking on the red text, you will be taken directly to the place in the site where you should be to go either to the opening ceremony or to the trade show. Also, if you require any assistance regarding something not displaying correctly, or the links are not taking me anywhere, or I need more orientation, we have a text chat, which you can go ahead and click there. At this moment, it says nobody's here because obviously nobody's here yet, but we will have staff available to help with any inquiries. So let's just say I want to go to the opening ceremony. I will click on the red text, and this will take me to the auditorium. This is the auditorium of the event. Here is what we will see via streaming or live broadcasting, the opening ceremony and a couple of other interesting chats and or presentations. It's important for you to know that this will not run automatically. You will have to click on the play button. At this moment, we are not broadcasting, so it says there's nothing here. But if you wanted to see the opening ceremony after it's been broadcasted, it will show on the list here to the right of the screen. And you can just go ahead and choose which one you want to look at and click play. Also important in this auditorium, you can go ahead and click on theater view to see this center stage in a little bit bigger, or or you can hit here, click on the full screen function. Or you would click play, and you will see it full screen. At any time to leave this full screen, you can hit escape, and it'll take you back to the screen. Also important for you to know, there's the click here for text chat and the click here for video chat where our staff will be attending. Also, if you were to be at a conference where we have questions and answers portion, you can enter the text chat and make your question down here so that the speakers can see it at some point. Question. Per se. And then you click on send. You can also send emojis. Or you can also send videos. But mostly, you will mostly send text or an emoji if you want to say or express something. Close that off. So this is our auditorium. The video chat is over here to the left. And this one is not really used during the opening ceremony or during different presentations because we would interrupt the speakers. I'm going to go back to our main screen and then go to the trade show. At first sight, you will be able to view 12 of the vendors that have signed up to receive you. If you have a meeting scheduled with one of the vendors that does not show here or here, down at the bottom, we have the different lists or full lists of all the participating vendors. So here, if I'm looking for a tour operator or a hotel or an experience provider, then you would click on the list and then maybe you would pick, oh, my meeting was with Dragonfly and it's not up here. So then you click on that and that'll take you to Dragonfly's booth. We must be patient and allow everything to upload or to boot up. It'll show us their web page or their information, also announcements, their contact information, and their featured content, which is flyers and tour programs in this case. You click on any of these and you will have the downloadable files for you to download these and keep them for yourself. Like this one says Grupo Dragonfly PDF and Flyer Dragonfly in English. So you can go ahead and download those if you wish to do so. Here at the center, they might either have a still image or a small video briefing you about who they are and what they do. And once you're ready to come into contact with them and start your meeting, you would click on the click here for text chat image. And you can say, hello, my name is. So here are the announcements, the contact us, some information I may download. And here is the text chat as usual, where we would come into contact. So you should be able to find yourself there.
This is
If you have any questions or inquiries, you can always come to the office or the information desk down here. And here you will find this text chat where you can chat with the staff of the operations. And what I would like to show you is our lounge area. Here at the lounge area is to another meeting. They can tell you, okay, let's meet up at the lounge, and then we can keep talking there outside of our scheduled time. So you can meet them here by clicking on the text chat and looking for them, or selecting them from the list of the people who are already here to do a private chat. Right now, there's nobody here, so it works. It's very friendly. We just have to be patient to let everything load. It runs perfectly smooth on Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox. So,
all right. Well, thank you very much, Lupita, for this great videos. Hope everyone, so if you can just take the link and it's quite comprehensive, covering all the key components. And I think this is could be your kind of video that you can actually model from it. All right, so let me get started. It's 11 after 9. Try to keep things going. Any other questions from anyone for on this video?
And I had a couple of questions for Lupita. Lupita, that's beautiful. Absolutely. I mean, it's just shows how it optimizes the capabilities of this. My question is, do you have set hours for your expo so that you devote your resources to chat and other Q&A opportunities? So someone is always manning your booth or responding to those who have inquiries? I'm just wondering about the resources with that.
Yes, because we make it first for conference at the track sessions. We add some special hours for the booths. And that's the only time that the people are able to visit the booths, when the chats and the people eat at the booth.
Fantastic. Really nicely done. Thank you.
Thanks to you.
Any other questions? All right, so I really hope that everyone and start building out your you build out your virtual expo and conference. At the same time, is to build out this like a walkthrough tutorial. This is where going to help you to expand your business and drive the organic traffic and leads and high SEO ranking. All right, so let me just get started with the second half of the sessions, which is we talked about last week. We talked about the AI chatbot. So what I want to share with you is the Google AI. Now, I don't know how many of you really familiar with the Google AI. They actually one of the most, probably the top artificial intelligence. I'm sure Amazon.com is catching up as well as Microsoft, but they have the most advanced AI. And we started off actually 2 years ago, and we'll show you the video a little bit on that, on the chat part. Let me just show you this clip here. So this is kind of a good introduction of the Dialogue CX.
Creating conversational experiences across devices and platforms just got easier. Google Cloud introduces Dialogflow Customer Experience, a powerful new tool for creating advanced virtual agents. Dialogflow CX offers new functionality specifically designed for large-scale implementations. Interactive flow visualizations allow conversation builders to quickly see, understand, and edit their work. A state-based data model allows developers to reuse intents, intuitively define transitions, and handle supplemental questions. In a single virtual agent, separate flows let multiple teams work simultaneously. Plus, there's versioning and environments at the flow level. And you'll have the ability to run A/B experiments and split traffic. Turn any Dialogflow CX agent into an IVR experience with customizable options. Easily assess model performance through the analytics dashboard. Let's kick the tires to see how it works. When you create a new agent, a start flow with welcome intent is provided. Add more flows for more complex agents. You can help customers find out your store location and hours. Start by creating intents for each. Creating an intent is easy. Just add some training phrases. Create the pages and creating conversational experiences across devices and platforms just got easier. Google Cloud introduces Dialogflow Customer Experience, a powerful new tool for creating advanced virtual agents. Dialogflow CX offers new functionality specifically designed for large-scale implementations. Interactive flow visualizations allow conversation builders to quickly see, understand, and edit their work. A state-based data model allows developers to reuse intents, intuitively define transitions, and handle supplemental questions. In a single virtual agent, separate flows let multiple teams work simultaneously. Plus, there's versioning and environments at the flow level. And you'll have the ability to run A/B experiments and split traffic. Turn any Dialogflow CX agent into an IVR experience with customizable options. Easily assess model performance through the analytics dashboard. Let's kick the tires to see how it works. When you create a new agent, a start flow with welcome intent is provided. Add more flows for more complex agents. You can help customers find out your store location and hours. Start by creating intents for each. Creating an intent is easy. Just add some training phrases. Create the pages and route the matching intents to them. Now you're ready to try it out. A fully functioning bot in under 2 minutes. Engage and delight your customers with virtual agent experiences built using the all-new Dialogflow CX. Come see for yourself. Go online or talk to a Google Cloud representative today.
All right, so that is the Google Dialog, and we did a
Creating conversational
okay, let me just now let me just show you a quick mock-up of what it looks like. And we actually did it a prototype 2 years ago. On forum, we just portray data in the back end.
Area and virtual booth where they can showcase their products and services principal.
Expo.
The Virtual Expo is an online trade show where businesses can promote their products and services principles governed both locally and internationally. Exhibitors can have their very own virtual booth where they can showcase their offerings and brands with its customer relations.
All right, so you can see that the idea about the integrating with Google AI chatbot is for multiple reasons. One is that with the Google AI, you can actually leverage the AI to retrain and relearn with all the data coming in. And so that whether it's for lead generation or whether it's for training, it's really for all. And that way you can actually provide better Q&A, better answers. And on top of that, you can actually take the same plug-in and put it on your website. So it's multi-purpose applications. And also in addition, you can actually use that to follow up with prospective clients as well. So that's leading edge technologies going forward that you can potentially leverage the AI and follow up with, and by calling each clients actually come to the booth. All right, so there any other questions on this?
Matt, I have 2 questions. Surprise. One thing is just putting on my marketing hat. Is there a way that folks would be comfortable sharing the vendors they have used for Lupita's fantastic video, for people who might want to put together a social media strategy for people, for someone who could take a look at your collateral and maybe update it? Just a checklist of vendors, the types of vendors that you would need to really optimize your site. I think that would be really helpful for those who may not have the contacts. And then when it comes to something like Google's Dialogflow, being able to buy in bulk, meaning, as you grow eZ-Xpo and your client base gets larger and larger, you hand them that list of vendors and say, if you go through, if you mention eZ-Xpo, you get 10% off. or whatever it happens to be. I think that those who are providing the services would definitely like to see that. And those of us who are putting together booths and shows would like to realize that discount.
Is this a question for Lupita or for me?
It was for you and Lupita. The question to Lupita is, would you be comfortable sharing the vendors whom you have used to put the different aspects of your booth together? And then my pitch to you, Matt, is it would be great if we could use the bulk buys of all of your clients to realize discounts in anything we're buying. So it's almost like a group discount. If you're associated with the eZ-Xpo, you get 10% off your purchase of Dialogflow, that particular plugin from Google, those kinds of things.
So those sort of things that we need to work it out. Obviously, we have not really launched this yet. This is still in a prototype stage and beta version, but the integration is there. Now we did this 2 years ago, so you can. This is a more like a markup, but I think we definitely can consider the bulk volume discount. So I mean, those are sort of things that we can discuss offline. All right. Any other? Thank you for that great question, Terry. Any other questions?
Yes, I do have a question, Matt. I noticed that when you set up meetings, it's only in 30-minute increments, so we cannot set up in the lobby like 15-minute.
Yeah, the reason we did that 30 minutes is really you need to have more buffer time for the online, especially this is still fairly new to most people. If you squeeze that 15 minutes, you most 90% chance you're gonna be off the stretch out the time zone. So that's not gonna be good for everyone. So we try to make it really simple and enough time for everyone, because then for multiple session tracks, it can be you can easily take 5 to 10 minutes with there's some glitches from the other end, you know. Yeah.
And then I have a question for regarding the networking. I'm going to be having like 30 minutes of networking so people can visit the booth and also maybe go to the lounge and network. Does Lupita or anybody else or Matt have any suggestions on how to make that really, really neat and really interactive for people?
Well, in our case, we actually set up some time between the meetings because we are dedicated to platform more to convention and seminars and all that stuff. And we set into the lobby a special sign that they have time to go to visit the booths. And on the other hand, we have some free time by themselves to get around. But actually the launch, we really are not using a lot. Just in once event, the launch was really being used quite well. But on the other hand, I think that the people do prefer to go and eat something, some coffee, get outside of the computer, and then get back. But the hall, it has been very useful to set some time at the lobby to let them know that it's time to visit the exhibit hall.
Thank you. Linda, you did set up the time. I think in most cases, you should set up the lunch break. If there's like a 11 to 1 sort of thing, between that will give people time to browse through the platform. I mean, exhibit hall and chat with people.
So
maybe
during
12
the
to
lunch
1.
break too?
No, in the lobby.
Oh,
In the lobby, you can. Let me just go to your site here, if
okay.
you don't mind.
No, not at all, please.
Linda, why don't you share with the team about what what you're going to be launching?
Sure. We're launching a real estate investing expo, and we're hoping to do this on a monthly basis. We do them every 2 months, and we were just doing them with Zoom only. So I'm really excited that I learned about Matt's platform, and it's amazing. I started populating it already. But it's my first one, so I'm really trying to, get some
Yeah.
ideas on how to make it really neat and
Right.
amazing for people. And I love what Lupita did. Oh my, it's amazing. You did an amazing job.
Yeah. All right. So everyone see the screen. I think you already did a 12-to-1 exhibitor that you actually route to auditorium, but then you should link it to the exhibit hall, I think. Right here, 12-to-1.
Uh-huh. Yes,
So-
that was going to be like I'm not done with it yet. I'm not
Right.
sure what I was going to do, but I was going to give them networking and then a lunch break too.
Yeah, so typically 12-to-1 is more like a lunchtime. This is a perfect segue to link them to the exhibit hall. All you need to do is just click the exhibit hall right here and just copy that link and paste it to the external link. So that would be fairly simple. Okay. So yeah, I think you did it. I think this is good. 8:30 to 9 a.m. So people can actually go to the exhibitor and actually check out, talk to people there, right?
Yes, now
And
I'm going to add the link. I didn't realize to add the link to the exhibit hall, but that's what I'm going to do now.
okay, well, no problem. You can do it anytime. So any feedback from anyone? We're all working together to help each other. So,
Yes, please give me feedback, and also I love the photo that Lupita had for her booth. Is that available for other people, or is that her photo? Because it's a really nice photo with the yellow background and stuff.
Well, that one I found it into the platform. I don't have it by myself.
Okay, I can share that with you, Linda.
Thank you so much. If you don't mind, Lupita, it was such a nice photo.
No, that's great. You can use it. It's Matt's.
Thank you.
All right. Any others? Linda has been amazing. She did this in about 2 or 3 days last week, right?
A lot of coffee.
She did this in last weekend or something like that.
Yes, it was a marathon weekend of coffee and doing this.
All right. Any other feedback for her? And please share your link in the chat if you want, Linda, on your site.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, Linda, just a quick comment. I want to say that I really like the way you've presented the information. It's not overwhelming, but it looks like it's chock full of useful data, the list of speakers with the images. It just personalizes everything, and you did a really great job.
Oh, well, thank you. I really appreciate it. I've been having fun with the platform. I have to say, it's it's really neat. I've enjoyed it.
All right, so 9:30. Well, let's now how to prepare for the AI chatbot. I would suggest that you put together a Q&A, question and answers, most frequent asked questions. This technology not just for exhibitor booth, but also for organizer. So this is the great way to help every attendees and exhibitor to speed up the process, whether it's for onboarding and as well as others. So we will be working on this and include this into our platform for all onboarding. Let me see here. You can customize. Okay, let me just move on to the next big item, right? The big item is the 4.0, and I'm going to show you a little bit of what it looks like. We have been working on this for many months already. So a lot of customer asking for the 3D animation. We have added that 3D animation into the new platform. So there will be a waiting hallway. I'm going to show you in the minutes. These are kind of a quick summary. The exhibit hall, it will be enhanced. It's not going to be the old one. And also the booth banners, all these going to be enhanced. It's a lot better user experience. More importantly is the benefit is the scalability. Some of you asked me can we support 10,000 user, 5,000 user? The current platform has some challenge for that kind of big volume, but with the 4.0, we can easily support 10, 20,000 user without any problems. And then at the same time, we are rolling out mobile apps. We will have the beta version hopefully next week. Moving on, we are working on two major items, which is the booth builder, which is something some of you asked for it. Right now, our booth exhibitor, it's still fairly simple. Well, we want to make it even better. It's going to be drag and drop, or actually drop and drag. Well, either way. So you can easily add new feature to the booth. There are many different functions. I'm not going to go over it right now, but it's going to be a lot simpler. Anyone can do it. So those are sort of things that we actually going to be working on in Q2 this year after we launched the 4.0. The next big item would be the blockchain. We are working with some of you on the blockchain projects. So we're going to be adding the blockchain to the platform so that it will have a customer loyalty program. Right? So this is a sort of thing that is going to be very powerful. Imagine that you can reward every stakeholder, whether it's attendee or exhibitor and sponsor, with a token, and reward them. And then obviously there is a transparency. It's more reliable because we can actually track the data. I mean, the upside potential is huge, right? You can actually launch a SEO STO or token security token offering, or ICO with this for fundraising. So those are the big items I want to cover, and right now I want to share with you with our markup. Let's see here. Before I do that, any other questions for me?
Yeah, I have a question, Matt, concerning the blockchain. If a company is looking at creating their own ICO, you may be able to help them through the complications by saying, well, I have one already and it's very versatile. Is that a benefit?
Yeah, those sort of things we have to discuss. We basically going to be providing the blockchain and the platform. We can definitely help anyone who wants to launch an ICO or STO, for that matters. We're currently working with a couple people already. So the short answer is yes, but we need to discuss which piece of the thing that you need for help.
Can you define ICO and whatever the S was? Can you?
Okay, well, initial coin offering started back in 2017. That was everybody kind of jumped into it. There's been a lot of some bad stories and some good stories, but then ever since they started, there's been a lot of regulations that actually impose on this.
ICO is initial coin
offering without Security Exchange Commission approval. The STO is the one that it's a security token offering, just like what you would do with an IPO, but this is through cryptocurrency. But the good thing about this is that you will get SEC approval. So it's like another version of IPO, but a slimmed down version, a more streamlined version. All right, so we can.
ICO is initial coin offering. That's a digital currency.
Correct.
Okay.
Now,
thank you.
So yeah, but yeah, we can talk offline about this.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
One more question. On the SEO. What on the SEO you're looking at? How can we outreach to other? You have a not exhibitor, but like what we have. Other eZ-Xpo convention
okay,
holders.
that's a very good question. Let me show you the slide right here. This is the slide. So let's say Green Tech Nation Network is here, right?
Yeah.
And we can connect other networks. Lupita's network, and Realty 411 network, and many others. That's the idea. This is the eZ-Xpo network exchange. So by connecting your network with others, now of course that we have to get everybody's approval, right? I cannot just connect you to everybody without their approval. So this is kind of mutual benefits.
That's what I'm asking is how do we do that or request?
Well, the platform already doing that. So you need to have other partners to have a mutual approval for this to happen. Okay. Let me share with you one example. Now, this is the Cybersecurity Association in UK. Now, it's you can see that right here, SBA Network Exchange, and this is from outside company, another company. All right. So the idea is that you have your own network and you can actually connect with others as well. That's the idea.
How do we do that?
I already said it. It's all built in. It's not, you just click on set it up configuration.
Okay.
Yeah, the key is that it just turn on the switch But then the more critical question that you need to ask, yeah, what is the mutual benefits for both network to connect? That is the bottom line question.
Okay.
Now, obviously, our job, the platform itself is the drive the organic traffic across multiple networks. And that's the whole premise and for benefits for the platform. So, but I think that obviously it's more than just one company, right? One company cannot do everything, right? Not IBM, not Microsoft, not Google. That's the fact. So that's why this network exchange is a must-have. The way I look at it, you got a must-have. So let's say, ideally, you want to bring all the association to your network. Why? Because they have the eyeballs, they have the traffic. But the other concern is that the association may not see the same point of view that we are looking at, right? That we're looking at from a holistic point of view, working as an industry. But other folks might look at it from a silo perspective, right? That's the presentation I did last week. We are moving from a silo perspective to a collaborative network perspective, meaning that you need everyone to work together. All right, does it make sense?
Yes. Thank you.
I think this is really important for people to see it because you got to have a network ecosystem to drive the organic traffic and leads, not just once a year, but every day, every week. But the only way to do that is you need to bring everybody together, in your industry, something like this, right? This could be real estate, this could be a financial, but it could be a clean tech or biotech or whatever. But you need to start from one network here and then expand out to other network, because our ultimate goal is to help everyone to don't have to worry about online ads. Just get the organic traffic and leads. All right.
Okay. Thank you, Matt. Thank you.
All right, so let me just almost done. Let me see here. Okay, so all right, so I think the action plans is fairly simple. I think, I hope that you have seen all the basic ingredients to get your expo and conference going and launched. Like I said earlier, for those who are just starting out, I would strongly recommend you start now without worrying too much, because it's just like writing a book, right? You can wait forever, but you gotta start with maybe a mini expo with 5 or more exhibitors and start from there. You can grow with 20 or 50 or 100, but you got to start with some baseline. And then the other big factor is that try to make it simple, not to overwhelm with all the little stuff. And I have to say that we don't have the best cosmetics on the platform, but we've been trying to improve it. And then more importantly is to master the flow, the flow from onboarding to launch. We still constantly trying to improve, to streamline every single step, how we can make it better, how we can make it easier. right? I mean, some vendors takes 3 months to launch an expo with a huge, crazy, expensive pricing point. But ours, you should be able to get it done in a matter of weeks or days. And then the last thing is that you gotta start experimenting new approach. Some of the I've seen a lot of new ideas from everyone. So this is why I encourage everyone to either join the Slack channel or the WhatsApp. Just give me your link. Well, actually, I can post the link later. So we actually have a group in WhatsApp, might be better. It's more informal. So those this is where we can actually share information, how we can help each other. So that's sort of thing. Last, any other question, Q&A before we closing out? All
No, I
right.
think this session has been most helpful. Thank you, Matt.
Well, thank you. I mean, please do. I will send you everyone a survey, and I mean, there's so much to cover. I mean, it's like that's why we are planning to have a monthly webinar, and then just go over and drill down any specific items that you need help on. So what I'm trying to do is try to have a monthly webinar, one less than 1 hour, short and sweet, and then one quarterly workshop, probably 1 to 2 hours. So that should be enough to help everyone to get started. All right, so here's the quote from the most one of the most successful entrepreneur, Jeff Bezos, right? Here's if you double the number of experiments you do per year, you are going to double your inventiveness. Now we can do better than this because we can if everyone tries something new, collectively we can make it even better, right? So that can extend out to every exhibitor. And here's another great quote from Elon Musk. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and keep questioning yourself. Well, this is exactly what we are trying to do, right? So we try to make it better every day. There's always room for improvements. So those are sort of things that we can make it better. All right. 9:50, 10 minutes to 10. So any other question or feedback?
Everyone's engagement was very helpful. Thank you all. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Terry, for participating. And yeah, so let me know how we can get your stuff going.
Thank you, Matt. And yes, indeed, we'll talk soon.
Thank you. Thank you for joining our webinar. And I hope this has been a good, insightful tutorial for everyone. And forgot one more thing. Sorry. I gotta show you the new 4.0, right? Let me see here. Always leave the good for the last, right? All right, so this is the new 4.0.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So we can add our more logo, sponsor logo here, and this is the new 3D animations. So
into its journey began.
The good thing about this platform, this new release, that we still can use whatever you got on the old platform and extend it to the 4.0. And the cool thing about this is one click, you can see we don't have that routed to another page and that sort of thing. So It's just a lot simpler, a lot faster, right? You see right there, right? So, well, anyway, that's the new 4.0.
Entrepreneur or marketer, we spend tons of money on.
We'll let you know. We're finishing up the last 10%, and we'll be rolling out the beta version. All right. Well, thank you very much for everyone. It has been a great 2 weeks. We'll obviously have still have a lot to cover, but we will continue our boot camp webinar starting in April. We'll let you know the new date. It's going to be 1 hour with really laser focus on specific items. In this next coming April, it's going to be on 4.0. I would think, hopefully. So anyway, so let us know. Share your success story with me. Gary, you have some great feedback from the exhibitor so far, right?
Yes, we're setting up our hiring event.
Yep.
To kick off Tuesday. We set up Truist Bank booth. She looked at her booth and she just told us that she was very impressed and she loved the booth. I helped Secret Service set up their booth. He continues to add stuff. TSA, everyone is liking the booth as they set them up. So hopefully these are long-term partners.
Great. That's a great feedback. We'll continue to make it better. All right. So anyway, thank you very much for everyone, for all your support. I think this is, as you know, that we have been consistently improving the platform all these years. We're actually trying to improve it every month with new incremental release updates, but we have to be really be careful with any major updates. It can cause glitches on the platform. That's why we have been be cautious and test out with with the development portal first. All right. Well, anyway, thank you very much, and everyone have a wonderful weekend. And please do share your success stories with me, so that I can use those information and incorporate into our new ebook that I'm working on. Okay. So and also promote whatever you're doing on your expo and conferences.
Thank you, Matt. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
Bye all. Feliz semana.
Thank you, Matt.